Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm Renaud. I'm one of the founders of Synactive, and I'm here to welcome you for this second edition of HEXACON, the deeply technical cybersecurity conference in Paris. Many thanks for being with us today. This is huge. By being here, you prove that your dedication to learning, to sharing, and having fun. I don't know exactly how many of you were here last year, but I can already recognize friendly faces in the crowd. I'm sure the word spreads that there was a place where you could learn and have fun, and this place is Paris, and the conference is HEXACON. Thank you. So this is a second edition, but first, what hasn't changed for HEXACON in 2023? What hasn't changed? We still have an impressive lineup of the best technical speakers and trainers to provide you with the best technical content. As you know, technology is becoming more and more complex over the year. Some people in this room are amongst the best in their field, and they need, and you need, the best technical content to improve your skills. No bullshit, no sales pitch, just deeply technical content to provide everyone with cutting-edge cybersecurity researches. For this second edition, what has changed? First, tickets were sold out in a few weeks. This is heartwarming for everyone to know that security researchers from all around the world are happy to meet and to share. And of course, this helped the organizers sleep at night, as organizing such cool event is always more stressful than expected. Security researchers know that hard work doesn't always pay, but at least the hard work we put into this conference is not in vain. I also want to thank all the sponsors for trusting us with this second edition. We did our best to create an environment for you to meet new people and discover new talents. Thank you for your support. And it's, of course, not just about the money you give. It's about putting your logo with our logo and saying, we love what you do, this is a cool event, and we want to be part of it. So on behalf of the entire team, let's say thank you to all the sponsors. And especially important, I want to congratulate the organization team at Synactive for setting up such a cool event. They are working hard, and I hope that today they will have as much fun as you do. Thank you, Synactive Ninjas. What else has changed for this second edition? We are now in an iconic places. The old French stock exchange, the Palais Brongniart, named after the architect Alexander Theodore Brongniart and built at the request of Napoleon I, the great Napoleon. You know Napoleon, a little French guy who wanted to rule the world, but ended up on an island along the coast of Africa. Anyway, he decided to gather bankers from different places and have them trade here, in this place we are today. So it used to be filled with people shouting trade orders everywhere. It was the heart of the economic system of Paris, of France. It's certainly a place that sees some great success, that saw some great success, and great failure as well. As everyone knows, finance and cybersecurity have something in common. There are probably as many failures as there are successes. If you're curious about the place, bankers were slowly replaced by computers and automated system recording orders. Now everything is IT, and you know it. And now everything is gone. They left. Surprisingly, the server managing the French indexes have moved into London, and more recently to Italy. They are now in Bergamo, Italy since June 2022. Italian researchers come to Paris, French servers are sent to Italy. Welcome to Europe. What is left here today? It's actually still a place where we trade something valuable, knowledge, tools and techniques to hack and secure what is sometimes said to be the new gold of the era, information. So let's honor this ancestral place. Let's trade information. Let's share knowledge. What else has changed about HEXACON? We did our best to have your feedback, and we learned from what should be improved. We did our best to get better, especially to help you have more social interaction, meet more people, meet more peers. We have bigger rooms for social events, more space to talk and meet people, and more space for the sponsor so that you can meet them. We have pushed the capacity of the conference to 500 attendees, but no more, as we love the idea of a conference where you can actually walk and find people you know and stumble across friends by chance. It won't be perfect, but hopefully it will be good. And let's be honest, you're just here for the technical talks, not just for the party and the bar, aren't you? So third, we decided to have lighting talks. These are very short talks that you can submit until 4 p.m. today. Why? It's fun, it's short. It gives everyone the opportunity to talk freely about a subject of interest. We don't care if it's good or not. It doesn't need to be super technical. Just make it entertaining or interesting. Give it a try. Fourth, inclusion. Free seats and trainings were given to students and to the Black Hoodie Association that promotes women in cybersecurity. It's not much, but that's the least we can do. I have a lot of admiration for young people who start today their career in offensive cybersecurity, as they not only have to master the basics that were already challenging 20 years ago, but they have to move forward quickly to identify weaknesses in all the mitigation that have appeared recently. It's hard, it's super hard. Of course, just giving a seat at a security conference won't help that much. No one can replace the hard work, the hours, the days, the weeks, the years necessary to master your craft. But if it gives the extra motivation that is sometimes necessary not to give up, that will be cool. Good luck to the young people here. That's it for the changes in HEXACON 2023. What has changed in our ecosystem? As I mentioned, our community is growing. It's cool. But for some people, it means that there is more competition, more challenges, as more people are looking for bugs. And it's true in a way. The number of CVE is rising, which is of course nothing more than an indicator of the activity of people reporting CVE. It doesn't say much about the vulnerability and their severity, and it says nothing about 0 days, of course. But there is more people looking for bugs and more people securing products. 20 years ago, it would have been unthinkable to gather 500 people in Paris for such a hardcore security conference. Today, it shouldn't be difficult to have 1,000 people here if we wanted to. So many people think it's getting harder. It's true, but it's not new. When I started cybersecurity, it was back in 2002, and it was soon after Microsoft announced the Trustworthy Computing Initiative, for those here that can remember that. Security was due to become Microsoft's first priority, and all development tasks were to be halted just to think on the security of the existing code base and make security improvements. Advances were made, but clearly the game is not over yet. There is sometimes a fear of not finding bugs anymore, a fear that our research community would eventually starve out. Some of my friends that were into cybersecurity were wondering at the time if, within a few years, security bugs would be extinct and we would all end up being hired as Java developers in a web agency. It didn't happen, and I'm glad because Java has never been my best language. But the sheer number of people looking for bugs and pushing the bar higher is the issue. If it's the issue, maybe the number may be the solution as well. An obvious consequence when it gets more difficult is that we need more collaboration, more teammates to be able to find new ideas and share the tasks of complex researches. Of course, it's not easy, as bigger teams, you know it, mean higher coordination cost. And you won't find many bugs during meetings or while summarizing your week for the boss. But let's say it, the more brain tackle a problem, the more skilled brain tackle a problem, the more chances you have to find a solution. And that's why we're here. So be confident, my friend. The time hasn't come yet for our industry to die. And if one day a specific fields get too difficult for you or too boring, switch to another target, another topic for your researches. Be confident that the unearned skills will be really useful on other topics on which there aren't as many mitigations. Maybe a little bit less trendy, less cutting edge, but still useful. And most important, fun. Last year, talking about fun, last year I was urging you during the same introduction talk not to forget the fun part. And I'm sure you did not forget the fun part. Always remember the precious moments when you find a cool bug and you're able to exploit it. These are precious moments in life. They may be a little bit less victories than last year. It may take more efforts and more cooperation to find vulnerabilities. So cherish these moments. But also try to have fun helping your community, protecting your community. Now is probably the time to quickly talk about ethics in our job, as we are important players in our communities. Pick a team and a cause and help your community. Do something for other people with your hacking skills. I won't tell you here where to put your effort and whom you should help. It depends so much on what you want to do and where you're born. Some of you work for consulting boutiques that help companies secure their network. Some of you for software vendors, and they are in charge of improving the security of major products. Some here work for law enforcement in their countries. They know it is sometimes necessary for law enforcement to find ways to break into systems used by criminals. I'm not naive. Sometimes this capacity can be used against the very same value that they pretend to defend. But also, let's be honest, most of the time, nearly all the time, this capacity is used for the greater good, to protect the innocent and find the criminals. And I'm really glad to gather such a diverse crowd. I'm glad that most of you were able to join today. I also feel sorry that some people, given the recent event in the Middle East, had to cancel their arrival. I hope they will be all right and that they will be able to come to Paris next year. All right, time to wrap up and time to talk about magic. As I'm getting slightly older every year and I'm pushed into management, I have less and less time to understand what's going on under the hood. The cool thing, the only cool thing, is that the less you understand about exploits, the more they look like magic. There is an old saying by Arthur Clarke, a science fiction author, from his book Profiles of the Future, an inquiry into the limits of the possible. And the saying goes by, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. And I truly believe any sufficiently advanced exploit is indistinguishable from magic. You, security researcher, are the magician of today's world. Please keep on doing your magic. It's impressive for us to watch your trick. Remotely opening a Tesla, taking control of a connected camera, or having a vulnerable printer sing Baby Shark, or something like this. Some of you are local magicians for their small community and team. Some of you are dark sorcerers that perform their magic hidden in their nest, and no one knows their skills. Some of you may be David Copperfield and organize massive shows seen by hundreds of people. All of this is great. Show us the magic. You're the magician of today's world. Please, 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 keep on doing your magic. Thank you, and have fun today. Thank you very much.